And it's time for the Freelance Report, brought to you by Maximus Health and Fitness, 130 East Main Street, Riverhead, and Michelangelo's of Mattatuck in the Mattatuck Plaza Shopping Center, Route 25 in Mattatuck. Good morning, Gianna Volpe.
Good morning, Bruce. Very excited to talk about the exciting things that we can do this weekend on the East End. The first of them being Greenport Harbor Brewing Company's first annual Beer, Barbecue, and Blues Festival. Good morning, Rich Vandenburgh. How are you?
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Beautiful day today.
Very cool. How is bottling going, by the way?
It's great. We've been bottling our tails off. We were bottling last night till about 9 o'clock, trying to get ready for the big start of the holiday weekend and week-long stuff coming up. So we're doing great.
Well, I'm seeing the stuff everywhere, and they're absolutely beautiful. I attached one of the 6-pack handles to my current journal, so I can carry it around like a bag or a 6-pack.
That's cool.
So this weekend, what do you got? Tell us a little bit about the event that you got going on tomorrow and Sunday.
We're excited. It's we're actually not discouraged at kind of the potentially cloudy skies. We're still pumped. We have basically what we have is 21 pitmasters from around the Northeast that will be coming to our Peconic Brewery and setting up out in the back field. We have about an acre plus of nice lawn. And they're going to be with us on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sunday from 10 to 6. And it's a Kansas City Barbecue Society sanctioned event. So these guys are serious competitors, and on Saturday we're combining their presence at our first annual barbecue, beer, barbecue, and blues festival with a fundraiser for Wounded Warrior Project.
Right, I saw that.
So the way that works is people can come and buy a book of tickets for $10, and that book gets you 5 tickets that allows you to walk around and sample, a rib from a particular pitmaster, and then you have a gold ticket at the end of the book that allows you then to vote for what who you think was the best rib.
So you can only try 5 different ribs then.
Well,
unless you buy more
as many
tickets.
books as you like.
Very nice, very nice. And so will that all go to benefit the Wounded Warrior Project, or is it just...
Yeah, all the net proceeds from that are going to go to Wounded Warrior Project. We're also going to be conducting raffles all Saturday day long for things. There are some really great prizes, barbecues, other equipment, wine, bottles of wine, gift baskets, various stuff that will be all on kind of display on Saturday. So that fundraising as well will all go towards Wounded Warrior.
What made you decide to go with Wounded Warrior? This is I can't speak enough about this particular organization, just because I tend to feel that our veterans don't get the care that they need, or so what made you decide to go with Wounded Warrior?
Well, I agree with you, Jenna. It's the same thing. I not only is it kind of as we're approaching the 4th of July weekend, our celebration of our country's independence, certainly, which wouldn't be possible and is not possible without the support of our veterans. It's important, you see the ads on television, you've seen the, documentaries about how important it is to make sure that we not only support our veterans, but don't forget those veterans that have been wounded, in service to our country, because it's even worse to just, forget them.
Right.
So we felt like supporting Wounded Warrior was absolutely kind of totally consistent with what we believe in, what our core values are. Great organization, and as you say, doing a lot. So we're really happy to be sponsoring this event in their name.
And Kansas City is nothing to sneeze at when it comes to barbecue. How did you get hooked up with them?
Yeah, basically it was had an event with a local barbecue guy, Brian Collins, Mazi Barbecue, and he and I just started talking last year about how great this location would be for a barbecue festival. And as I learned more about the huge following and the huge participation by barbecue enthusiasts, it just seemed like it would be an awesome thing to do. There's nothing really like it on the east end of Suffolk County event, other than there's an event in Manorville every year. But so it seemed like a great idea, and it's been a lot of kind of first year plugging stuff together. But Brian's been great. A fellow by the name of Eric Devlin of Barbecue Brethren has been awesome in terms of helping me understand and kind of get all the logistics together. So we got it sanctioned by KCBS. We also were able to get a proclamation issued by Governor Cuomo to recognize the competition as a state competition as well.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're excited.
Wow. Blues, brews, and barbecues.
Yep, 5 blues bands playing, 3 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Joe Alague, Chuck Colombo, Kristen Thien Band on Saturday. Then we have
Rob Europe will be there.
I'm sorry, missed that?
I think Rob.
Yep, Rob Europe, and then Hiro Suzuki on Sunday.
Yeah,
so
who is that? Who is the Hiro Suzuki Blues Band?
Yeah, he's a guy that I've just really recently learned about, and just a really cool vibe. He's got plays mean guitar.
Is he Japanese?
He's from the city, but he's you wouldn't know it by listening to him that he's his ethnicity is from Japan. But,
right. So he's Japanese, but he doesn't look Japanese?
No, he does. He looks it, but if you were listening with your eyes closed, you'd be like, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome blues.
No,
really.
yeah, man.
He really rocks.
That's such an interesting thing. I was like, is that a Japanese man playing the blues? That's amazing.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It is, yeah.
And so it's a competition too. So on Sunday, there's going to be judges.
Right. So on Sunday, and these guys, I was just talking to the boys earlier, and they're saying, now a little bit of rain doesn't scare these guys away, so they're all coming out. They'll all be there, and they will be grilling and smoking and grilling overnight into Sunday, because then on Sunday we have about 16 or 18 Kansas City Barbecue Society qualified judges coming in.
Oh my
and then
God.
they have to submit their brisket and their pulled pork and their ribs and their chicken, kind of in really one right after the other for judging during Sunday for trophies that will be awarded Sunday afternoon to the grand prize winner and various placing all the way down to
what do the winners get?
Place.
What do the winners get?
Winners, actually, there is a purse. So there's actually part of the, they registered to participate. So there's that registration fee goes towards the purse. I think the grand prize is $5,000.
Ooh. Well, I know.
And then there's money that places for the first 4 or 5 or 3 places, and then there's trophies that are handed out that are pretty have been donated that are awesome. They're handmade trophies. They're really cool.
Well, I'll definitely be there on Saturday before I go into work because I love barbecue. And I know that, oh my God, I can't wait for like pulled pork.
Yeah, we'll be serving, we have 14 beers on tap. So,
nice.
What goes better with barbecue than some delicious, craft beer as well.
Do you have any suggestions about what might pair best?
Well, our Black Duck Porter, which is a, English style porter, is pretty phenomenal when it comes to pairing that with barbecue. It's got some nice kind of roasty, espresso notes to it. It's really, really delicious. But I also love the Other Side IPA, my favorite. Stands up well to kind of spiciness. And it's kind of like, asking you, which of your kids do you like best? I love them all, so.
Right. Yeah, I feel like I'd probably go with the Other Side just because the porter might, for me, maybe too savory or something.
Sure. And then we also have, Summer Ale, which is a nice, crisp, lighter beer as well that would probably, go well with the chicken. So you'll have a full range of selections.
What's your favorite, Bruce? What do you like when it comes to barbecue? Do you do it?
I mean, I love ribs and I love pulled pork.
Pulled pork is great.
I love pulled pork.
But you know what I wanted to ask? This event this weekend is going to be at your brewery in Peconic on Main Road?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yep.
That's
correct.
What's amazing is you've, essentially repurposed a building that was a car dealership for years, and it was the original Wells Pontiac Cadillac.
Yeah, originally Vail Brothers. Yeah,
right.
We love doing that. I mean, the original brewery in Greenport was, of course, an old firehouse that we repurposed, and 1,800 square feet. And this facility, just had sat there for years. I mean, I would drive by, lived here for 24 years, and drive by and just say, boy, that's just like what kind of use could that be put to? Because it just sat vacant for 8 years or so. So when we were able to finally kind of navigate being able to own it, it was just seemed like there's only a few things that an old car dealership would be good for.
Yeah.
And brewery is one of them.
And it works out really well for you guys, and it's a good spot on Main Road at Peconic because you kind of own the place there.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of all the wineries, on that main road. So it is, it is kind of we're nestled in there amongst all of the wine enthusiasts. So it's a good alternative and a good compliment.
Craft brews and craft brews coming up too. All right, so Saturday, the first annual Beer, Barbecue, and Blues Festival. Go on down in Peconic. Thank you so much, Rich, for coming on the program. And after we get back, we'll be speaking to Ron Goerler from Jamesport Vineyard.
Take a trip to Italy without ever leaving the North Fork at Michelangelo's in Mattatuck. Of course, you'll start with a nice antipasto, and then it's on to your main course. Perhaps you'll want pasta, maybe some chicken, or as they say in Italian, pollo. Veal, which is vitello in Italian, or some frutta di mare, which is seafood in Italian. No matter what you decide on, one thing is for sure, you and your family are going to love it. Of course, Michelangelo's has pizzas, including the very popular Grandma's and other specialty pies, as well as your favorite Italian heroes. Just call them at 298-4100, 298-4100, and they'll be ready when you get to Michelangelo's at the Mattatuck Plaza Shopping Center on Route 25 in Mattatuck. So take that trip to Italy. You deserve it. Come on in to Michelangelo's on Route 25 in the Mattatuck Plaza Shopping Center in Mattatuck.
Maximus Health and Fitness of Riverhead is 25,000 square feet of everything you need to create a new you. Maximus Health and Fitness, 130 East Main Street, has state-of-the-art exercise equipment, free weights, professional personal trainers, and private workout areas. They're next to the Suffolk Theater in the heart of historic downtown Riverhead. Use their child facilities, tanning stations, a hair salon, and smoothie bar with your membership at Maximus. Your membership also includes a full calendar of fitness classes like cross-training, weight training, boot camp, Zumba, spin, yoga, Pilates, and a lot more. Start a new, healthier lifestyle that you can stick with all year long. Join Maximus Health and Fitness, 130 East Main Street in Riverhead. Call 369-6293, 369-6293. Check their website at maximusriverhead.com or come on in to Maximus Fitness today. Maximus Health and Fitness, being healthy and getting in shape has never been easier.
Back on the Freelance Report, brought to you by Maximus Health and Fitness, 130 East Main Street, Riverhead. And Michelangelo's at Mattatuck, the Mattatuck Plaza Shopping Center, Route 25 in Mattatuck. Gianna Volpe.
I'm here, and before we bring our next guest on, I wanted to tell you one thing. I saw your bestie this weekend, Gary Sapien.
Oh, yeah.
On Shelter Island.
Yeah, he told me you were there with your laptop. You were taking pictures.
I didn't have my laptop. It was raining.
Oh,
I had a camera that I borrowed.
Well,
but
it's Gary. We forgive him for not knowing what stuff is.
It was a great time despite the rain, but we were getting bounced around there pretty good on the pace truck.
Well, we were in Mattatuck at the Strawberry Festival.
How was that?
It was good. It was Lori Downs and I did it. There, those giant balls that you can walk in.
Yes.
Well, we spent about 20 minutes talking about these huge giant balls.
They like hamster balls?
They're huge. No, I mean I could fit in it.
Yeah, I know, but they're hamster balls for people.
I don't know, but there were these giant balls. Kind of was jealous.
That's what he said.
The size of these things.
That's what he said.
And then we walked around, and I saw these gourmet nuts. I'd never seen gourmet nuts before.
You have to stop with the sexual innuendo.
They were toffee-covered chocolate nuts. And I was curious to know if you had to get the toffee off, and
All right. Well, anyway. The North Fork Crush.
You're the one who started it.
What?
You started this. Don't blame me.
I did start it. It was my fault. So, and speaking of which...
Notice I didn't talk about the whipped cream either.
Jerry Steiner would be
incredible.
rolling his eyes. We had his surprise...
Steiner would love this. He'd go on for another hour
Oh, my God.
This.
So we had his retirement party at Mazi yesterday, and I wore Browder Bird's T-shirt just to mess with him, which he loved, because he's always talking about, the great chefs of the North Fork, and yada, yada, yada.
The North Fork lifestyle, Doug.
Yes, that's exactly right. And this is like truly sort of a platform for that. The North Fork Crush Wine and Artisanal Food Festival this Saturday, the 27th. There are 2 sessions, one from 2 to 5 and another one from 7 to 10. And on with us is Ron Goerler, Jr., the general manager of Jamesport Vineyards. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Gina.
So tell us a little bit about who is going to be there. I mean, you got over 100 wines.
Yeah, no, the great news is that, this was conceived back in November by Alan Gabay, who's president of People, Place, and Things, and Sam Kimball of New York Wine Events. And they approached me, and I said, sounds like a great idea to get 18, 20 wineries. We'll get 100 wines there, and have them under the back of our tent on our property there, and the afternoon event has been sold out.
Wow!
So that's great news, and we had the evening event almost sold out also.
And that was the more expensive one, and I saw that there was like a price difference of a few dollars there.
Yes.
So that's really cool. Yeah, I spoke with Alan about this last night. How cool! What a great idea. To have all these people. What kind of... I know that Noah's is going to be providing, like, light snacks there, but are there going to be... What other artisanal foods do you have?
Well, there's other companies that are going to be coming in. There's some cheese companies, chocolate companies. There'll be a pickle company there. But we'll also be serving our wood-fired pizzas right from our oven there at Jamesport for people to try also.
Right, yeah. I saw Backyard Brine. They're up-and-coming new guys that have been, like, everywhere right from the beginning. No-Fo Crunch Granola. And, that's cool to see Adam Supernant, the Coffee Pot Sellers. They'll be there. Lieb. Yeah, and you got Brotherhood coming out from Washington.
Brotherhood all the way from upstate Hudson's going to come down and help us support us.
Wow, how did you get in touch with them?
Really, this was something from Sam Kimball's team. They've worked with them. They do about 12 different events a year. They do Brooklyn Crush, New York Crush. They've got a couple that they do in New Jersey. And, it really is a way to get in touch, with an audience that normally wouldn't come out here. They're busing people out from Manhattan. And so, it's a way to get people to taste a lot of different wines in a very short period of time.
Oh, so this is it's almost like a series. So, Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was really interesting. There's a travel package for people to get bussed out from the city, and it made me think of you because I know you have an interest in transportation and increasing transportation onto the East End from out of the area. Has there been any headway in that? And
Well, I think like everything, the North Fork is becoming a destination over time, and the hardest part is that, when you're looking at the biggest market in New York City, when people get out here, they're used to jumping on a subway or a train or a bus to get around, and so Sam came up with a great idea, and that was to offer a ticket package to bus them out here and then to go back, and then so that really was pretty clever on his part, and it's actually spawned another idea of creating a package for us where we're going to do a little bit of a trial run this year on that and see if we can get people to come out here, taste a couple wines, go to a restaurant, and then go back to New York City. So
I think that would be interesting because I remember us talking about the difficulty when it comes to rental cars because aren't we outside of the range?
Yes, most cars, companies, Zip car, they've got about 120-mile range, and so by the time you drive out from Manhattan to out here, you're pretty close to that mileage usage on there, so it kind of limits you in that sense. And the trains obviously can get you out here, but then it's how do you get around out here? Really is the critical part.
Well, we've been talking for a long time since you were the president of the Wine Council. Are you able to focus more of your attention back at home base now that you...
Yeah, no, that's been it was a privilege to be able to serve the council and be a part of that whole organization, and it's a great group of men and women that serve on that board, and but yeah, obviously now I want to focus on things like this, the North Fork Crush, and be able to offer people experiences when they come out here.
Right.
And that really is the exciting part is, the new audience of people that are coming out here. We're next to the largest market in Manhattan, and everybody wants to be there, so how do we try to tap into that market successfully?
And do you have Josh doing the raw bar this year?
The raw bar, no, we're not doing oysters this year.
Okay.
We've kind of switched it up. We've concentrated on the wood-fired oven this year, and once again, wanting to give people just an overall experience with wine tastings, and that's where the North Fork Crush idea really is to give them a real solid experience when they come out here.
Right, just so they come back. Well, the wood-fired oven is like beautiful. It's enormous.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's really been a trend as far as pizza is concerned in the last year.
Yeah, no, we're happy to have that addition to it, and it's light fare, but it gives people the ability to once again. When we do pizzas, flatbreads as we call them. Sourcing local produce, whether it's the mushrooms or clam pie, or we got a bunch of different things using fresh ingredients from right from the North Fork here.
Where do you get the clams?
We buy them from local producers out here, and we have a clam pie with a pesto sauce, which is excellent. It works well with Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay. And
you guys have been partnering with Noah's. I guess was it since last year?
Yeah, Noah was with us last year. He was a great addition to us, and we're real happy to have him part of that whole thing. And we'll be obviously at North Fork Crush this year with some of his light fares.
Right. Do you know anything that they're going to be serving?
They're going to be doing some cheese and some meat plates and some things like that. Some real simple, easy, things for people to have while they're walking around tasting from all the beautiful wineries that we have coming.
And there's going to be jazz. Who's playing?
Yeah, there's going to be a little jazz trio there and a little music. But, really when people come out here, you want to get them to forget about what's going on. You want to, and I don't mean that in a funny way. I mean that, they're used to their daily grind, and so the experience when they come out here is you want them to really just forget about where they are and enjoy the beautiful North Fork that we have out here and the great wines and great restaurants.
This is going to be a very cool event. I wish I could attend. Oh, okay, Kenny Harris. I don't know him. I've never heard him before.
Excuse me, Gianna?
Sorry, I was looking. I saw that it's Kenny Harris that is going to be playing.
Is that for the jazz trio?
Yes.
Yeah, he does great jazz. He's excited to have him. Sam and his team had found Kenny, and so looking forward to having him play out there in the evening time. It's going to be great.
Oh, and this is funny because I was wondering about how hotels would work and, getting people if they wanted to stay overnight. And that's cool that you got hooked up with Hotel Indigo. Rob Salvatico, to quote Jerry Steiner, a visionary, a man of vision, for sure. How did you get hooked up with them?
Well, once again, this was Alan and Sam's doing. They approached me about the idea, and I jumped on it because I thought it was an opportunity to really focus in on the North Fork. But Rob is obviously cutting edge and is coming out here when they designed that Hotel Indigo, and they really created a more upscale style for we call it lifestyle type of a place, and great restaurant there, Bistro 72, and the rooms are beautiful. And
the whole hotel. I mean, he had one designer redo the whole thing a few years ago, and it's just I don't know. I've never seen anything like it, especially out here. Totally a lifestyle thing, but this is going to be a really cool event. And I did not know that your barn was 150 years old.
Yeah, no, we're looking forward. I'm happy that it's sold out, and it just shows you that people are looking for things like this to happen and take place on the North Fork, and it's going to be a real exciting time.
That's really cool. So you really, once Alan and Sam approached you with the idea, they kind of ran with it. You haven't really needed to do much.
No, I mean, obviously, I've been involved from the planning part of it and how we were going to handle and execute everything and things like that. But Sam's team has been really great at coordinating all the things, the moving parts of it.
Oh, and you get a free wine glass. I didn't mention that. I just saw that too. Is it a
glass with it, which is great. It's less dishes we have to worry about.
Right. Is going to have Jamesport Vineyards on it, or is it just going to be North Fork Crush wine?
It's a good. I would say it's probably going to have North Fork Crush because this is something we definitely want to build upon going forward from this year.
Oh, maybe.
I'm the host site this year, and the idea is to have it moving so that it gives people a different flavor of the North Fork.
Yeah, that would be really cool too. Because we've got Sparkling Point, Roanoke, Raphael, Martha Clara, Robin Saltbird. This is going to be a great thing. Thank you so much, Ron.